Channel Black Podcast. It's the Channel Black Podcast. It's the Channel Black Podcast.
Go tell your folks that.
It's the Channel Black Podcast. It's the Channel Black Podcast.
Run tell them people.
It's the Channel Black Podcast. It's the Channel Black Podcast.
We in this thing, man.
It's the Channel Black Podcast. Channel Black Podcast. Welcome back to the Channel Black Podcast. We got your hosts, Irv, L. Greene,
Yo.
Controversy C.
Nah, just controversy.
Controversy.
Okay, I'll take that.
we here, episode 4. South Florida's channel for local and national news, entertainment, educational, everything from the black community, relationships, all that good stuff. And we're trying to definitely spread positivity. So, on this episode, we're gonna be talking about what's that? Juneteenth. Greene definitely pointed out last week. We should have definitely got it on last week, but we definitely gonna touch on it this week. We got reparations. Something came up this week. We definitely gonna probably try to get a clip in there on that. And also we got a question from one of our faithful and one of our favorite listeners, Johnny B, a homie of Greene and myself.
Might have a little story about him at the end too. I apologize.
Yeah, Corey's still learning Johnny B, but Johnny B is a wild boy. We're gonna one of these days we're gonna get him on the podcast.
That boy a fool.
This is probably our wildest homie. Definitely one of our wildest homie. So definitely he got a question, and I think Greene got a story from Johnny B. It was brought to my attention that I say a lot, so I'm gonna try not to say
That's dope.
too much.
We got a little game. Whenever you hear Irv say what is he saying?
That's dope.
That's dope, or definitely.
Either just gonna take a shot.
Yeah, either take a shot or shit. If he go over,
He gonna be the next one paying for lunch.
if he go over 10 and you point it out, we'll send you something free.
Over what?
Over 10 and they pointed out.
10 what?
Over 10, definitely a dope.
More dope.
Together or individually? How does that work?
Together.
I would say together.
Yeah.
If you go over
Together.
10,
So if I say 5 dopes and 5 definitely,
Yeah.
Somebody getting something
free.
so somebody definitely gonna
We'll
get
send
some
them.
dopes.
Definitely
We'll send them $10 through Cash App.
Definitely.
All right,
We'll send $10 through Cash App.
Definitely coming from
Y'all already got
Corey's.
paid, man. I might as well go
Corey's
ahead and cash in.
Corey's Cash App.
We'll send $10 to the Channel Black Cash App.
Sure, why not? All right. So first thing, like I said, this episode we're gonna be talking about reparations, Juneteenth, and a question from Johnny B. Before we start, I always like to start off with our social media. Make sure you check us out on Facebook, Channel Black, Instagram, the Channel Black Podcast, and our Twitter at channel_podcast, or email us at the Channel Black Podcast at yahoo.com. All right. We're gonna jump into Juneteenth. Because I know that was something Greene wanted to get in on last week, but we definitely we had so much going on last week. So we definitely, with Father's Day and everything, we did not forget. We just weren't able to get it on. So Greene, what you got for Juneteenth?
Juneteenth was Wednesday, June 19th, and for you guys that's not familiar with what Juneteenth is, it's when when our ancestors were freed in Texas, June 19th, 1865, when they had actually been free since 1863.
Right.
But in 1865 was when the Civil Rights War soldiers, showed up and let them know that they were free and that they could be they had been emancipated.
Emancipated, not free. It's actually a difference.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So tell the people what the difference is, Corey.
Well, when you're free from everybody. Emancipation is like basically you're given one. I would say you're free from like you're giving the responsibility from this person to the next. So it's like we're really property of the government.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why they said we were emancipated and not freed. So just look into that.
And although we were emancipated at that time, we really still didn't have a country because Africa, for the most part, probably didn't accept us back and we didn't have a way to get back there. And America's still showing us today that they don't want us here. So
That's interesting you say that. Hold on, I didn't mean to cut you off, but when you say want us back, did we even have that option to go back then?
Back where?
I mean, that's what most of our leaders, Marcus Garvey's, and Malcolm X's, were preaching at that time, like go back.
Well, Marcus Garvey is from Jamaica.
He was from Jamaica.
Yeah, but
he was Jamaican,
but he was here.
He was here. I mean, we all originated from Africa.
No, but I'm saying,
But I'm saying he was here first before he went to Jamaica, right?
He's Jamaican.
He's Jamaican.
Yeah.
He's Jamaican. But I'm saying though, at 1865, when we were emancipated, as you said, did we have that option to go back? Like we didn't have funds.
I'm
to
sure
be
we
like,
had the
like,
option to go back.
It
We didn't have a way to get back. You always have the option.
But the misconception is that we were from Africa. Like everybody originated from Africa, but every African that's here didn't come from Africa. There was Africans already here. That's the misconception. So when you go to the old,
Of course, we were already here. We the first people, so we were everywhere.
No, I mean as far as like when the continent split.
Mm-hmm.
There were black people already here.
Yeah.
So just because you're black doesn't mean
They were here with the Indians.
brought you
They were
over from
referred
Africa.
to as the Moors, right?
We were the Indians.
Yeah, exactly.
We were the Indians.
I mean, we got
every black person say I got Indian in my family. Oh, I got Indian in my family.
Yeah,
we heard it from the Indians.
Indian though. We don't want to say because it's two different Indians. It's Indian. It's
Red dot, not wool.
Yes, it's the actual
Cherokees.
Indians that were born in India, and then it's the Native Americans who.
Well, that's not. We are the natives as well. That's what I'm trying to say.
We're native everywhere though.
Everywhere.
I mean, as far as here, United States,
Yeah,
like, we were already here. We didn't just like there was no black. They trying to make it like there was no black people here, and then they went to Africa, got blacks, and then like no, that's not the real fucking story.
Here.
Yeah,
we were everywhere.
And I hate the fact that they think a lot of people think that black people started from slavery, which we didn't. So
think about it. What the schools teach? They
want you to teach that way.
Schools start teaching you from slavery. They don't teach you anything before that. And I feel like you have to learn that on your own. Like you can go to college all you want to. I mean, even some of the classes in college, they only teach you a certain amount of stuff. You got to do your own homework.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's on the person. It's on the individual to do some deep research on their own.
But yeah, you can check out our Twitter page. We got a lot more things up about Juneteenth. Still posting things now because a lot of people don't know, and we need to wake up and be awakened to this.
I didn't even know about Juneteenth until like as of late, which is crazy. But you know so much about July 4th and the fact that we go out and celebrate
the wrong shit. And
not even that. We go out and have barbecues and buy fireworks and we get time off of work for July 4th.
Yeah.
But is it and I say we, but is it celebrated? Do people celebrate it like it should be?
#, stop celebrating the wrong shit. Juneteenth is not celebrated as it should be.
I don't think it's celebrated at all as far as the masses go, as far as like the everyday American.
Do you think it should?
You know why it's not?
I think it should be.
I think it's not celebrated as much because I think a lot of African Americans don't even know what the Freedom Day is. Like you just said, you just recently learned of what. So I think it's more of an ignorant.
I didn't know till I was definitely out of school.
It's more of an ignorance than it is a not wanting to know or not wanting to celebrate when our ancestors were free. So that's why we're here to try to teach. Try to make everyone aware to the situation. Let's stop celebrating July 4th. Right. That's not for us. We weren't free.
I won't say stop celebrating it, but at least let's get it to the point where you know about it now. You know about Juneteenth, and if you still want to celebrate July 4th because that's what you're accustomed to doing, then by all means do your thing. But you can't say you don't know. I feel like you can't say you don't know. We can
nothing.
You can't tell nobody.
Yeah, now you can't say you don't know. Now you've been educated, so it's up to you to use.
Not only that, if you talking to some of your friends, like y'all have these conversations. It don't always have to be about what's the newest shoes that came out, what's the newest name brand, whatever. Hey, y'all heard about Juneteenth? Like y'all can engage y'all friends collectively. It don't have to be something you've seen on TV or on Twitter or on Instagram
Word
or
of
on
mouth.
Facebook. Yeah, y'all have the capability of spreading this stuff ourselves. Like, we don't need somebody else all the time.
So how should we celebrate Juneteenth?
That's a
The
good
same
question.
way that we celebrate the 4th of July. We were independent, we were free. That's what our freedom or our emancipation day. So why not celebrate with fireworks and barbecues and gathering with your family?
Okay.
Take that day off of work.
What color? What should be the colors?
Red, black, and green is everything, baby.
Okay. Just one he said.
That's on everything.
Well, for those who follow us from the beginning, those are our colors. I don't know if you've noticed, but our colors for the Channel Black Podcast is the RBG colors, red, black, and green. Because we definitely
Gotta have that green in there.
we try to make sure that we want to recognize our heritage. And I put it like this: if I'm wrong, I want somebody please to come through and correct me. All these gentlemen at the
Wrong
table.
about what?
I was taught the colors red, black, and green signify the red is the blood that we shed for this green country, and the black is for the black people. Now, if I'm wrong, correct me. But my understanding was the red is the blood, the black is for the people, and the green is for
I heard
the
something
land.
like that.
Something to that nature.
So, and like I say, now that's something I've learned at a younger age, and it's always stuck with me. Now I can't say that I've done any more research because I was understood that was my understanding of it. If I'm wrong or if there's more into it, definitely please reach out on our social media, or you can give us something on our YouTube page so we can get it corrected. We don't want to be putting out stuff that's incorrect.
I mean, I personally feel like you're wrong for believing in whatever you want to believe in. If you want to believe in that, who's to say that you're wrong? Because
That's the teaching I was taught, though.
Well, I'm saying whoever can have a different opinion from yours, it's just a different opinion or a different personal belief of who you believe in. Because they don't know, they wasn't there when that was going on.
No, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? So everything is opinion. So
I got you. Well,
fact.
That's our spill on Juneteenth. Y'all got anything else on Juneteenth while we in the community channel? Because we got more on the community channel.
Next year we're gonna try to have a little event for Juneteenth, a Channel Black podcast event. So stay tuned for that. We'll put out more information as it comes available.
That's dope.
Definitely.
As far as community, I got a group therapy coming soon with Controversy C. So that's like literally my passion as far as going back to your roots of your childhood and working out those issues, talking about it with people just like yourself that has similar issues with their parents and everything. We can kind of, I think you meet 10 people with the same issues with their parents, you can kind of get to the collective problem. Okay, damn, you got the same problem with your parents, you got the same problem with your parents. Now let's try to put two and two together and see what the problem is.
Let me ask you this: do you think it's a learned behavior from generation to generation? Like that's how they did it back then. So I'm gonna like my parents did this, so I'm gonna do that, and then you're gonna carry that with your kids. Do you think it's a cycle that needs to be broken?
To an extent, I'm gonna quote Greene to that extent thing, but I think you hear it so many times where you have parents say, "My mama and them used to whoop me because when I did this." Right, and it's like that's a good thing. It's not a good thing. That's just what your parents did to you.
And it's learned slave behavior.
Yeah, it's
learned from the slave master.
Right.
And I understand. It's hard to break. It's a hard habit to break. And talking more, and punishment, and different little exercise routines is good ways to correct them without having to put your hands on them. But sometimes they do need that little.
I would say
to get them right.
I think punishments last longer than whoopings. The reason why I said I don't know if you're familiar with
a whooping and a punishment.
That's what I'm saying. But if you're familiar with the chair, like you have to put your back against the wall and you crunch down like that. You make your child do that for 10 minutes. That lasts way longer than a whooping. A whooping lasts a few seconds.
I don't know. Because I think that's subjective on the child, because depending on the whooping, they might be like, what I did was worth it. I mean, the whooping was 30 seconds, but what I did to deserve that whooping, whether it was good, bad, or different, I put it like this: I've gotten whoopings in my life, that I remember, and I know those things that I got those whooping for. I am never doing that again as a child and as an adult.
Yeah, but you don't just stop. You don't just stop. But that's still learned behavior from slave masters. So,
No, I
there's
get- no,
other
I
ways
agree.
to discipline your child than putting a belt to their ass or putting a belt to their back and leaving welts like they used to do to us.
I
So
agree.
At the same time, there are extreme. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
There are extremes for everything because I'm not sure if you heard the story recently, but like within the last month or two, I believe it is, there was an ex NFL player, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere
Was it Adrian Peterson?
No, I wasn't Adrian Peterson, but he worked out his stepdaughter to the point of like exertion where she passed away.
Yeah,
because he overworked her. I don't know what he had her doing. I don't know if he had her running out there with the tire or what the case may be, but you feel me? So like at what point is too much?
Well, I'm not saying put them out there in boot camp. I'm saying like if they do something to the point where they need some discipline, you can put them in a timeout, make them stand against the wall for 2 hours. Like I would say, get creative, get more creative. It's easy to pick up a belt and just pow, 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 hit them with your hand.
But again, that's right there with that's what you were taught. Like it's easier to say change it when that's all you know.
But somebody has to make the sacrifice in the change. Why not?
I agree
Why
with
not
you.
be you?
No, I agree with you.
Like,
Like
why
I said,
not
it's
be-
easy though. It's easy to. That's like saying we was talking about. I mean, we're not getting into it today. We're talking about the way how we eat. We were taught to eat like this.
Yeah.
Our grandparents were taught to eat like this. Their grandparents were taught to eat
I
like
wouldn't
this.
say taught.
What you mean?
That's all they could afford.
But I'm saying that's what they were given though.
Chitlins, huh? Oh,
It was
huh?
given. They
That's
couldn't
what-
afford anything else.
So, but again, they passed
But
that
they
on
made
to
it
their
work.
other kids, and we doing the same. Think about it. I know. I mean, I think I don't know about you, but I know Greene. You can't tell me you don't have parent or a family that eat chitlins on like special holidays.
I'm sure there are out there.
So I mean, that's stuff that we passed on. Not saying that it's
Yeah,
good, but
yeah.
there was like you say, it was we didn't have no other choice. Well, we have choices.
I'm
But we
not
still
eating-
eating those stuff
I'm
because
not eating no
that's what.
shitlins.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. That's
I mean,
what.
when you
Yeah,
get old
that's-
enough to make
that's
that
what Big
decision, you
Mama
ain't
ate.
got to.
That's what Big
When
Mama
Granny
ate, so
was
that's
chewing it
what
up
I'm
before
eating.
you put it in your mouth. I bet you didn't tell her that.
Nobody. No.
You don't remember,
Well,
but I bet it happened.
I said
I never
no.
had chitlins.
I never had shitlins.
I never had chitlins.
With ass.
I definitely never had chitlins, but I've seen it.
I
And
smelled it.
I've never smelled it. I've
It
seen
smells
it.
like shit.
When I worked at Winn-Dixie when I was like 14, 15, I seen the big container.
Boy, the chitlin community
And I was
coming for
like,
you.
hey, they come for me.
They
Hey,
coming for
yeah.
you, Cole.
It's literally
Controversy.
It's literally intestines, man.
They coming for
But
you,
that's what I'm saying. I didn't know
controversy.
that.
What's in the intestine? You ever seen a colonic?
No, I'm not actually trying to see one, but that's
Yeah, that's the intestine. It's shit stuck in your intestines.
Bacon
Shit.
come from right by the chitlins. You eat bacon?
That should be good though.
Yeah. What I'm talking about, though.
Yeah,
We
no,
don't eat-
that's different though. It's on the side. You don't be, the shit don't be on the side.
But I mean, you eat pig feet, right?
Hell no, come on, man.
Nah, people eat pig
I
feet.
don't be on pig. I have before, but no, I have to be like,
People eat moose knuckles
6,
too. That
7.
don't mean I won't do it.
yeah,
People eat you don't eat moose knuckles?
moose knuckles. Yo,
Eat a piece for hours.
y'all
bro.
start
Hey, we ain't talking about that.
We
right
definitely
now.
off topic. That's cool. That's cool.
Where
We
we
definitely
going?
off
Where
topic.
we at next?
Y'all ready to go?
What time
We
we doing?
still on the community
yeah,
channel. We still on
okay,
the community
community
channel,
channel.
but we gonna jump into reparations.
No,
We was talking
fuck
earlier this week with Mitch McConnell.
Mitch McConnell, man.
Let's see if we got the
fuck boy.
video. Hold on.
This
Let's see if
fucking
we
guy
got the
here,
video.
I almost
Man,
crashed
you
my
say-
damn radio.
He's a fuck boy.
I almost crashed my damn college for
Bruh.
that shit. I'm telling you.
That honky privilege let you say what you want to say, bro.
Hey, but you know what? I know y'all. This might be I don't care how y'all feel about it, but
What's up?
I feel like I'm happy he said what he said because he's telling us who he really is. He's not sugarcoating it and making it seem
But that
like
ain't what it. It's not even
That's
that, bro.
that's coming from white
That's the
privilege,
whole
man.
"Make America Great Again." They've been
Yeah.
showing us who they
Alright,
were for the
let's see if
last
we got it
3
right.
years.
It's like, oh, get over it.
Let's see if we
basically.
got it
Come on,
right.
man.
Hold on.
I don't think reparations for something that happened 150 years ago for whom none of us currently living are responsible is a good idea. We've, tried to deal with our original sin of slavery by fighting a civil war, by passing landmark civil rights legislation. We've elected an African-American president. I think we're always a work in progress in this country, but no one currently alive was responsible for that.
Plenty of people
And
still getting
I don't
paid
think
off
we
that.
should be trying to figure out
He's not even going back to how
how
they
to
built the road.
compensate for it. First of all, it'd be pretty hard to figure out who to compensate.
Private companies
We've had
do.
waves of
tobacco.
immigrants as well who've come to the country and experienced dramatic discrimination of one kind or another. So no,
How
I don't think
parents-
reparations are a good idea.
That's some bullshit. That's
Plenty
some
people.
bullshit.
It's plenty motherfuckers right now today rich off everything that our ancestors.
Exactly. So he wants. That's basically in a nutshell. He's saying, get over it. This happened long ago. Get over it. We
That's what I
rich.
heard.
We rich, and you know they
Y'all will never be.
Yeah, basically. So if you wanna be technical, slavery was if you want to quote if you want to read into what kind of was the engine to propel America to be rich, slavery was a profitable. I'm saying it was so profitable it sprouted more millionaires per capita in the Mississippi River Valley than anywhere in the nation. Meaning, with the cash crops of tobacco, cotton, sugar, all this stuff was mined by black people. Or I'm gonna say by ancestors. I ain't gonna say by our ancestors.
By slaves. You call
By
it
slaves, right? So basically, the South produced about 75% of the world's cotton, and that's just from the South. So of the whole world, the South. And where was slavery heavy at?
75%.
Slavery was heavier in the South, right? Okay, so
Think about
What were the last slaves free?
the South.
Look where the rednecks are. And
Yeah, still in the South.
South, heavy.
Heavy,
I mean,
yeah.
they everywhere, but definitely heavier in the South.
So 75% of cotton was produced or picked or whatever produced in the South. So what's considered the South? The South Coast, like Texas and Mississippi.
Well, I
and
mean,
stuff like that.
Texas, Alabama,
Florida.
Yeah,
Georgia, the
right.
Carolinas,
It's
Tennessee.
heavily black.
Tennessee.
It's heavily black still to this day.
Yeah.
So for him to say that nobody from this generation is responsible for it, you're not responsible for it, but you're damn sure benefiting from it.
That's true.
You're damn sure benefiting from it. And I say they benefited from it because the wealth was passed down. It was passed down, and even if it wasn't your family, even if it wasn't your family that had the wealth,
It was still generational.
not
wealth.
even that. Y'all knew they was pretty much connected. So it was like they knew of other families. Like, oh yeah, I'm pretty good friends at this company. So it's like it trickled. It's like a
Infrastructure.
yeah. So it's like they kind of built the wealth of people they know, and they kind of it's like I can't even explain what I'm trying to say.
They
but
built
it's
an
like,
infrastructure so they could continue to make
Right.
money.
So-
on the backs
so
of
it started from the cotton. That was the moneymaker, and then they just built other businesses from the wealth of the cotton. You know what I'm saying? And then from cotton, it went to prison. That was another big business. So prison was
definitely still
prison
a
was
big
like
business.
it is, and it was.
because it's the new slavery.
Yeah, so back then, what,
Well,
50,000
think about it. Hold on. Think about it. They went from slavery
to prison?
hold on. Not even. They went slavery to Jim Crow to mass incarceration. It's the same stuff.
When did mass incarceration start?
I'm saying it never really
1867.
stopped. It never really stopped because they made it. Hold on, look, watch. They made it from if you looked at somebody wrong, you are
No,
arrested.
not somebody, a white woman.
I'm sorry. Well, you know what I mean.
Yes, say it.
Say what it is.
Say what
You
it is.
looked at somebody inappropriately, and they're
A white woman.
You look at one of these honky
I said, all right.
yeah, do like they did Emmett Till.
All right, hold on. If you walked on the wrong side of the street, if you drank from the wrong water fountain, you were arrested, and that's right there. In turn,
There were felonies.
I'm saying, but in turn, you in jail,
Right.
working for free,
Right.
slavery all over again.
Right.
I ain't mean to hit the table. I know y'all got all of
Yeah,
that.
you kind of hit the table. But to further explain what he was talking about, if the slaves were free in 1865, correct?
Mhm.
So
Allegedly.
and most of them still were slaves. Most of them still were slaves because they didn't know. Some of them knew, but they didn't have any other place to go, and they have nothing to do. So they just actually stayed on the plantation and still worked. So when it came to from 1866 to 1867, they started the mass incarceration of okay, then we can't have slaves anymore. It's no more free labor. So we're gonna create these felonies to lock these guys up and make them work for free and make it seem like we're doing a justice to get these guys off the street. So that's when they started mining, like going down mining coal and stuff like that from like 3, 4 in the morning all the way to like 8, 9 o'clock at night, straight working. And they had to walk miles to get to the coal mines.
And back home.
And guess how much these guys are making per month?
But
I'm gonna say between 50,000. No, I'm sorry, not 50,000. 13,000 and 20,000 a month. You know how much that is back in the days?
Mhm.
And that was just off a few jails. So just imagine when they started really locking people up, and they was locking these guys up for walking on the wrong side of the tracks, speaking loudly around white women, not having a job. You get locked up for 10 years for not having a job.
I'm telling you, they manufactured all this stuff
Yes.
to get you arrested.
For walking I think just walking around without any identification or.
Still illegal to this day. If you're
True.
over 18
That's
and you don't
crazy,
have an
right?
ID, they'll take you to jail.
That's crazy. And I mean, the list goes on. Just like you said, drinking from the wrong water fountain, being in the wrong place that you're not supposed to be. But what killed me is not having a job. If you just got out of being a slave and they don't like you, they're not going to give you a fucking job. So how the hell you get arrested for nobody giving you a job? So
I'm telling you, they manufactured
crazy.
it a bit. Like they might have said slavery was over, they just turned it into a different thing.
And I don't like the fact that people think Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves. He didn't do that shit because he didn't like what was going on. He did that shit as a business. If all the slaves were being captured and made to work on plantations, there was nobody to build America. So he did that to free the slaves so they can build America. So he can hire these guys he paid them but little to nothing. So if you go from slavery to not getting paid and getting whoopings to you can make $1, what you gonna do?
You gonna take that dollar.
You gonna take that $1, right?
But what's you getting this $1 while they making 100?
But think about it. I mean, shit, that's going on right now.
I mean, think about
it's going on right now.
But that's why this platform is all about. I'm sorry to keep tapping this table because I'm so passionate about this. But that's what this whole platform is about: self-empowerment for Black businesses. Because we don't want you to have to think that all you can do is work for somebody else to build up their dream.
Hashtag
you got that
stop
dream.
slaving, start owning.
You got that dream. Support that dream. The community needs to support them people.
Well, we need to support each other.
Support that Black community because we have the people, we have the infrastructure to do it. We need the support. People need to support. Like I'm telling you, if we support our own, we don't need nobody else.
I mean, but we have to get. What are the main things that we buy? Shoes, clothes,
making them rich.
But at the same time, we have to actually start making some things that we can use in our everyday life. Like we don't have any markets, so we have to go to Walmart because they cheap. They right there on every damn corner.
Yeah, we're still making them rich.
We're still making them rich.
The Waltons, the Walmart family is rich.
They are rich, and they show that they're supporters of Zimmerman and shit like that. They actually support them through that trial, knowing that he was wrong for that. So I mean, that's a dead giveaway right there. Who they?
So, Coach, speaking of them being rich, who was getting rich off the cotton industry and the sugar industry and the tobacco industry when our ancestors were putting in all this work? Because the damn show ain't us.
As far as the sugar, the fungal family, Fanjul family, the Fanjul family profited off the sugar and the work of our ancestors. The tobacco was Philip Morris, or something like that. Philip Morris, he actually profited off the tobacco, which is
still
I would say a multi-billion dollar company. And just think, just from that $1 billion, what other stuff is his hands into? Real estate, stocks, and so it's like just off the work of our ancestors, he got these millions of dollars back then. So his family profiting off of other things that they now own. It's like it's a domino in a Christmas tree effect to where I would say we're at the bottom of a different tree, but
the totem pole.
So it's like they started with tobacco, now they just own damn near everything. Because back in the days they had the money, they had the most money. So, I mean, that's like running a race, and that's like running a marathon. You got a half a mile left, and we just still warming up to start running. How we supposed to even compete? I would say it's worse than that because they messed up the roads. Hold on. They've already finished.
They running in the dirt.
Yeah, so as they ran the race, they done put fire on the roads and they put all kind of stuff in front of our path.
Yeah.
So mind you, we can't see what's in front of us because of the fire, and they messed up the roads. So it's hurting every time we run. I mean, metaphorically, I'm trying to put you in my mindset where I'm trying to go. They've been past where we at, but they kind of made it so difficult for you to see, and it hurts every step of the way. You hit bumps in the road, so I feel like that's what they did, and that's what they're still doing.
Let's tell me this though. I don't want to keep talking about what they doing. What can we do from your perspective to make it better for our people going forward? We don't want to keep talking about the problems. What do we have as far as solutions are concerned?
I mean, the part of the solution is stop hating on a person who's trying to do something for themselves. Unity. As far as just because this person doesn't have a good business going on doesn't mean you have to hate on them. This can be an avenue for you.
Well, answer me this, because I mean, I guess when I was in my late 20s, my late teens, I felt like hate became. I mean, I'm a young old dude. I was told. I mean, I heard hate. That was like big when we was growing up.
Really?
What is hate? I mean, I want to know from your perspective because you're a little younger than us. What is hate considered right now?
I feel like hate is so overused right now.
So that's why I want to know what's the good definition of
anybody
hate.
thinks if you don't like them, you're hating on them.
So that's why I want to know.
Yeah,
What can you describe hate?
The definition of hate to me is disliking a person for no apparent reason. Just like say if they're doing something positive, and then you say just for no reason, man, that shit ain't all that. This is like this here. Instead of you saying, okay, I see where they're going with this. I can get behind this, and you reach out to that person, hey, and kind of like encourage them to do more or whatever. Mm-hmm. You just hate on them, or you try to find anything wrong with what they're doing, and let it out. That's my definition of hate. Whether it's whatever they're doing, how they look, and that's why we got to.
My question to that would be, are we too soft sometimes? Like, can you take criticisms? Can you take constructive criticism?
It's kind of hard.
Maybe I like what you're doing. I'm not trying to hate. Maybe I got some advice that could help you benefit, and I'm trying to, you feel me, give it. If I come to you with constructive criticism, is that considered hate?
Some people are sensitive about their craft. So if you put your all into something, somebody gives you some negative, it does hurt. It does hurt because
but you like Greene said, are we too sensitive?
I guess it depends on how you say it. It depends on how you say it.
If put like this, if it's constructive, how they say it shouldn't matter, right?
Yes.
If it's constructive, though.
If it's constructive, you should be saying it in a positive way. And you done made something like that's some bullshit. Man, you need to do something better than that.
But that's their opinion.
That's their opinion, right? That comes off as rude.
That's their opinion. Aren't they entitled? Like, hold on, everybody not gonna like what you're doing. Like, hold on, we got this podcast. Everybody not gonna like it. I'm pretty sure I can tell you what demographic not gonna like it.
You better like this shit. Straight up.
No, they ain't. Everybody ain't gonna like it, like bro say. But do that mean they hating if they don't like it? If they leave comments at the bottom, you can filter out who's hating on you and who has your interest in mind, who's probably trying to help you get better at what you're doing.
Okay, I feel like people lose the concept of you can do the same thing as somebody else and still create the same avenue. How many different type of breads are there in a grocery store? How many different types of milks are there? How many different types of chicken companies? Perdue, Tyson.
We ain't shouting out none of these people that's making all this. We give them a promotion. We ain't doing that. But I know what you're talking about.
But I'm just saying, like it's different. It's different brands for the same thing. It's just what you prefer to use.
Yeah, exactly.
So Channel Black podcast might not be for everybody, but the same like the different podcast might be for this person. But the next person might like the Channel Black podcast. I mean, you can't take it personal. You can't take that shit personal. The only thing you can do is put out the content which fits you.
So why does it matter if you have haters or not? If you doing what you're supposed to do, does it matter what other people or how they say it, if they don't like it? If they don't like it, okay, cool, that's not for you. But it's for somebody else. If you like, I feel like this. If you like it, that's all that should matter, right?
But who can say who's a hater and who's not?
That's why I was asking you from the beginning of the question.
You ever seen a guy who think anybody who don't like him is a hater?
I've heard people. That's why I don't understand what's a hater.
It's subjective. Like I think it depends on.
But like Greene said, I feel like it's overused.
I think it goes.
I say it's overused as well. It's overused.
I think.
I hope we stop using it. I wish we could stop using it. Honestly.
I still think it'll go back to people being too sensitive at times as well, man. Like everybody ain't hating on you. And
some people just don't like you. It's real.
No, but everybody ain't hating on you. Sometimes learn how to filter out hate from criticism.
Right.
No matter what people think, man, do your thing, stay in your lane, take care of your business, get your bag, chase your bag. Shouldn't have no problem.
But as far as the solution, what we're talking about, I think part of the solution is find a need and fill it. Find a need and fill it. If we can slowly come back if we just use our own product. If we got people creating soap, we got people creating perfume, cologne.
Is it all about the dollar though?
Yes, it's all about the dollar. That's the only way to come back.
Is it unity? Like because I feel like
unity without profit is just unity. We can stand together, but we have nothing, then we're not moving anywhere.
That's an interesting concept. That's an interesting concept. But I feel like you gotta have unity before you get to that point.
You do. But I feel like unity without even going towards profit is just we all together, we're a family now. Now what's next?
Yeah, now I got you. You need the money,
right? So I would say
do
it. Organization. You have some people organizing this. You have some people organizing the profits. People organizing this. You still have to come together. You're gonna have fights. You're gonna have disagreements, but you have to look at the main goal. The main goal is to create our own lane and to create our own wealth.
No, I got you.
So we create our own wealth.
What about you, Greene? What you think is a method to was a solution? Because we're talking about. Well, hold on. I just want to make sure we don't go back because I know we kind of went all over the place. Reparation. We're talking about reparations. If reparation was something that happened, do you think what kind of solution could we use to reparations?
If reparation was something that happened, I think that we could use the money and invest in each other, unity, in different businesses, and then restart this Black Wall Street and show them that we don't really need them to thrive. We thrived in the 1920s without them. Is the reason they came and shut us down.
Segregation did us good.
Segregation was actually
beneficial for us.
When
we integrated, that's when
because we're the biggest consumers, and we were consuming with each other. We were spending with each other. We were talking to each other. We were in our own communities. The black dollar was so strong in Oklahoma at that time.
Let me ask you. Do you think a lot of people do stuff to try to prove to white people that I'm as good as you?
Yes,
of course.
That's
so
where
that's
where the zoots, the big zoots came from. Mm-hmm. People like black people trying to outdress the white man in the suit, so they had to over exaggerate the suits, and that's where overdressing came from for our culture. Mm-hmm. That's why they created them. The zoots represented wealth, but they had to go over the top. They had to perm their hair like them, and they wore the zoots with the cane or whatever. It was like they had to really over exaggerate to kind of.
I don't know. Well, I don't want to say like them because we are kings. We come from royalty.
We don't know that.
So, but
everybody don't know that.
All right, well, I'm telling you, and you know that. Hmm? You know, all right. Just behind the scenes, when we talk to each other, we as king. We refer to each other.
And
as
I think we need to bring that to this podcast.
Is every man a kingdom?
You are a kingdom, and you are a king in your kingdom. Everyone is a king in their kingdom. Now, if you feel that you aren't, then maybe you aren't.
No, I'm not talking about me.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about whoever's saying, no, everybody ain't no king. All right, then maybe
if
you don't
feel that you aren't, then let me tell you right now that you're inferior to no man. You are a king.
And every black woman is a queen. Every woman.
I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't think so.
All right, put it like this. Let me rephrase this. Mm-hmm. Every woman has the capability of being. Say
that.
Well, then I have to say that for men too.
Goddamn right. Every man ain't no fucking king.
Every man has the capability of being a king.
You have the capability.
That's controversy, baby.
I'm just saying, just because you're a man doesn't entitle you to a king.
So then, in your opinion, as a man, what would make you a king?
The same thing that makes you a man. Handling your business, handling whatever it comes forth, and you handle it in a way that a man should handle.
So then, fuck it, I ain't a king. I'm a god. Let's go.
That's your opinion. That's cool. And as far as a queen,
you
can't call yourself a queen. You out here doing.
Let me ask you a question.
I gotta God knows who.
Hold on. Let me ask you a question. Not. I like what Greene. No. It's not bad. I like what Greene said. What makes you a god? Because if you are bringing in life, is that not what makes you a god? I'm asking because I don't know.
You asking me?
I'm asking because I'm gonna ask Greene the same question, but
you want the Christians to kill me, huh?
No. I know, but I'm saying, but
we know how the Christians be.
Because when they say God, it's just that He made us, right?
He or she?
I'm saying I'm going by what you said. You said the Christians gonna kill you, so I'm like they refer to Him as He, right? That's how that is referred to. Now I know, I would say from the womb, man, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I feel like if we're made in the Bible, they say we're made in His image, and we do the similar things. We can't have a baby, but we come together and make a baby that makes us.
All right, Irv, I gotta cut you off, man.
Go ahead, do your thing, man.
I gotta cut you off. First of all, if this offend you, it offends you. It is what it is. This is how I think.
Hey, this ain't for everybody, man.
Whatever. But first of all, anybody who lives by a book, and try to quote facts from a book that's supporting this particular religion or this particular thing, and you think that's facts, that's bullshit to me. I think that if you're a Christian and this book is for Christians, of course and you try to defend whatever that book is, like the Bible, how some people try to defend the Bible with the Bible. You can't defend the Bible with things that's in this Bible, because everything about this Bible is going to be saying, yeah, you're right. Cause this, you can't do that. You have to find me something else that's supporting this book, not the book. If you can follow me. You get what I'm saying?
I got you.
Right. And that's what most people do. And I'm not just saying about Christians. I'm talking about everybody. I feel like if Christianity is your thing, Muslim is your thing, don't sit here and act like whatever I'm doing is, wrong. Right. So that's one piece of what I'm trying to say.
It's so hypocritical at times.
Yeah, and I hate that. Like, okay, just say this is what I choose to believe in. Don't say this is the truth. This is what I choose to believe in.
That's my thing. Where everybody says this is the only thing.
Yes, no. Just say this is what I choose to believe in. Two, the fact that I would say European Americans, or the Europeans, I ain't gonna call them Americans. They had to give you a visual of their God, which is the white God that you see on every book. You see on every book, every church, every
Ain't no lamb oil on that head.
First of all, the Bible, their Bible said that God was brass and hair and everything, right? So how in the hell we get this white Jesus on the wall with blonde hair, blue eyes?
White.
That's the one. And that white man on that wall is Leonardo da Vinci's uncle.
Say it one more time. I couldn't hear you.
The white man that's on the wall of these black churches, these black homes, anywhere you can think of, whatever, is Leonardo da Vinci's uncle. A damn painter. He's an artist, and he painted his uncle, and this is the visual concept that we got about Jesus.
Can you tell them a little bit more? Because I don't think a lot of people know that story. So can you please share a little bit? Because I'm pretty sure people like, hell, it's controversy talking about.
I mean, everything I said, you can look it up. You can look it up, and like I said before,
it's in the book.
Right. Right. And as far as the 12 disciples, the Last Supper, I'm pretty sure we all aware of that picture.
The last dinner, yeah.
The last dinner, supper, whatever you want to call that.
You're right.
Whatever you want to call that.
You're right.
The guys they have in that photo are 12 inmates that they went and found to take that picture. And I'm saying all this to say that they give you a false perception of what God looks like, what Jesus looked like, and everything, just to paint a picture of to put the white man in charge.
He's saying all that to say, stop believing in your oppressors' religion.
Your oppressors gave you what they want you to see, what they want you to think.
Well, think about it. When you were a slave, they only let you know certain versions.
When you was a slave, you couldn't read, so you only knew what they told you. Because if you could read, but they were cutting something off.
They actually let one person read. They let the pastor of the congregation read because they wanted him to preach.
But they only told him to read certain scriptures from the book. Yes, to read certain
scriptures as far as the one where you say obey your
master. They taught them that heavily.
Right. But this guy had to learn how to read, right? They don't want you to read, but they let you read this Bible.
Once he started looking a little deeper.
Well, before he started looking deeper, that one pastor got to go to different plantations and preach the same word. Right. But I got so angry at that because I can't read to my children about certain things. They can't know how to spell their name or whatever, but I can read this. That you're gonna kill him if you don't listen to the white man. You're gonna slash him 150 lashes if he don't obey this white woman. So I mean,
that's trying to teach fear and obedience of them.
Thank you, the Willie Lynch.
It's still
popping up in the podcast.
Still working. We can't do it today. But we definitely have to come back to that Willie Lynch because I know you said you have more for him.
Yeah, I want to wait till we do. I want to do a special on that because
we went pretty heavy today. Definitely. I don't want to. I mean, we ain't done. We ain't done. Don't turn off. We got one more. We got that Johnny B story.
What's up with
and we definitely don't want to. We don't want to. We got more going on.
Let's wrap up this story. Well, let me wrap up this story before we go.
Yeah,
so the moral of the story is, for one, your oppressors would not fund your revolution. So yeah, so
that's gonna be clean.
It's super clean.
They're not gonna fund your revolution at all.
Your oppressors will not
have your ass shooting guns that shoot you.
So moral story: do not ask your oppressor for a loan.
Please don't. Not to fight your revolution.
He who gives you the money has a word in what you do, has a say in what you do. So do it yourself, or try to raise money Raise money.
With
Use
your
the church.
people, with
Use
your
your churches. Use your churches to raise money for that. Talk to your pastors, whatever, and use church for something
Take
more
some of that
beneficial.
building fund money.
Right. So do that, and I'm not even being funny about that. Like that's like
That's
literally do that.
funny.
Um,
He said they ain't gonna know
with the reparations. To conclude the reparations are beneficial, but we shouldn't get cash. We should get buildings. We should get actual businesses. We should get cargo ships and stuff like that, and pay for that kind of stuff, so we can do world trades, and we can actually go and get our resources and bring them back and do it like that. So,
and I agree so much with the last part of what Controversy said. Don't get the money from your oppressors.
it's going right back to them.
Not only is it going right back to them, but what good is it going to do us?
I don't think it's the money that's needed. I think it's a different infrastructure so that we could definitely
I'm just saying,
better
grind and
ourselves.
get it yourself.
Yeah, but I mean,
let's
but
find ways to get it ourselves instead of hand out asking for a teacher man
it's
to
not the
fish.
money.
He'll fish for a lifetime. Give a man the fish, you're gonna eat
That's
that one
right.
time.
The infrastructure so that we could set up stuff for ourselves going forward. And I think if we could set up stuff for ourselves going forward that we could support, that we didn't need them to do, I think that'd be a better situation than reparations would be cool. But like I know y'all seen the episode.
The Jews got reparation, right? 8 billion, something like that.
Allegedly, I don't want to say because I don't know for sure.
They got it.
I don't want to
Yeah,
say
they
something.
got something.
They got a few billion.
But think about this. I keep
Tabernacle.
thinking of I know y'all all seen the Dave Chappelle episode where they gave reparations to and it was like the dude bought a truck full of smokes and all kind of stuff and he's like, we rich, bitch. Like I don't want that to be where everybody buying Cadillacs.
That's
like
what
you said,
happened.
Giving the money right
That's
back.
what
That
happened.
don't benefit
That's what
anybody.
happened. That's what happened. They gonna buy a house and then
All you gonna hear, man, I'm finna go drop these triple gold on this blue man on these 4 greens, man.
exactly.
Man.
So
Ignorant
All right,
shit.
we're gonna switch
Ignorant.
it. We're gonna switch it to the because we was pretty heavy on this, which is good. This is what we're about. Like I say, we all passionate about our people.
Yeah.
Definitely passionate about our people. So we're gonna switch it real quick to the on the lighter side.
We changing the channel.
We changed the channel. We're going to the relationship channel because Johnny B, our homie Johnny B. We're gonna have to get him on the podcast one of these days. This is a homie that Greene and myself know very well. Corey, he's kind of new, maybe 3-4 years now, so he don't really know Johnny B like that. But Johnny B is probably, I think I'm a wild boy, but I ain't Johnny B wild.
Boy.
Johnny B is the
Boy,
wildest
stop.
of the wild that I know. But he had a question, and I definitely wanted to bring it up to the gents here at this table, to the kings at this table, and see what they thought. And I also want to hear what our people our listeners feel. Johnny B want to know, from a male's point of view, he want to know if you find out that your friend's girl is stepping out on him, do you say something or do you keep your mouth closed?
Yep.
Yeah, you ain't gonna let me finish the question, huh?
When I heard your friends, yep.
So now, cause what made me think about this when Johnny B told me this, I was like, dang, we were just talking about black men don't cheat, but we didn't switch it to the other side.
Right.
So if a woman is stepping out and you find out that the woman is stepping out on your homie, do you say anything?
That goes without question, though.
But do you?
I think that goes without question. And I ask you a better question once we get this question, but that goes without question. What kind of friend are you? You see the man girl fucking with somebody else, you gonna say nothing?
Yeah, but what if it's this other way around where you see your homie stepping out on his girl, you know both of them. Do you say something to her?
What I would say a better question would be is what if your homie's girl comes at you and she flirts with you? Would you tell your
that's
homeboy?
not the question. Johnny B didn't ask that question.
I'm just saying.
Johnny didn't ask that question.
I'm just saying. Wouldn't that be a better
Johnny
question?
didn't ask that question. But
Hey, okay. Hypothetically, what would you do
what you mean? What's the question? I wasn't listening.
if your homie's girl come at you and tries to have sex with you or whatever, or just flirt with you or whatever? Would you tell your homeboy, or would you kind of?
Well, first off, I would shut it down. It wouldn't even be an issue.
Okay, you're shutting down, but would you tell your friend?
It depends on what was said.
Those doesn't matter. Would you tell?
To me, it depends because it's a touchy situation because you don't know how that person will take it or how she might try to flip it, depending on how it goes.
So if she say, "Hey, I think you kind of fly. I see when you come around, man. I want to get with you, whatever it is."
That's how they do it now.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, so this is new to me.
I just answered a hypothetical question. Yes or no?
Would I say something?
Yes. Yeah. Would you say something to your
I'd probably
friend?
say something. Yeah.
You say something, Greene?
Yeah, I'd say something.
Okay. I think that's a more of a a sticky situation.
But no, I think the other way is sticky because you ran away from it.
What?
If you see a girl,
Uh-huh.
your homie's girl stepping out, would you say something to him?
Yes.
What about you, Greene?
I'm gonna call him at the scene with a picture.
Scene.
Take a picture.
Like, look at this bitch. Like, come on, man. That's
But
I'm going live right
but what if
Go
that's-
live.
that could be family? We don't
You know,
even
I
know.
just
Who
do
family?
it,
That could
bro.
be family. That could be friends.
Who?
That could be her family or friend. We don't know.
It don't
You know
matter.
all
We'll
of
find
them.
out after you get the picture.
Yeah, but you've already put it out there that yo, bro, I think she's stepping out. But now you done put that seed in his head, and that might not even be the case.
That's good.
Whoa, why is that good?
Like I said, you gotta have evidence. If you see her out there, you get you a picture. So if he recognizes the dude, then he recognizes the dude. Oh, not some brother. Okay, cool.
Yeah, but
At
man,
least you
I don't know.
know-
I just feel like we spoke about this
Trust
earlier.
is fickle, and once it's gone, it's hard to get it back.
But at the same time, everything you see is not exactly how it is.
Huh?
Perception.
Just because you
perception
see
is
it don't
key.
mean that's what it is.
And always,
Yeah,
what
that's
your
why you
first
take the-
perception
that's
is
why you
isn't
take the
always
picture.
what it is.
That's why you
what
take
it
the
is.
picture.
But hold on, didn't you tell me this before?
Mhm.
Less people in your relationship is better.
First of all,
So now you really in that relationship.
no,
But
what you
you in it,
mean?
though.
You in that
Nah.
relationship.
It's another side of that too. Now, have you been getting warned, or have you been seeing signs? Have you been talking to your homeboy about this shit?
Right.
Like, bro, I think she could possibly be.
Right.
And now you see her.
Yeah.
Would you say something?
I mean, me personally, if it's somebody I know, bro, listen, I don't know what's going on, but this don't look right. I'm just saying, I don't know. I ain't saying she doing nothing, but bro,
Okay.
you might need to look
But
into it.
that's it.
If
Okay,
it's somebody
fuck
I
it.
don't know
Fuck
like
it, same
that,
scenario.
that's not my business.
Fucking same scenario, but it's your dad and your mom. If you saw your dad cheating on your mom, would you tell
You
your
don't want to
mom?
know what I know.
Huh?
I'm just gonna leave it at that. I know you. Hold on. Watch this. I know the
seen it all.
The J. Cole's. You know the song. The verse he said. Your dad. You saw your dad cheat, so you go. I'm probably butchering it up, but I mean, this how I hate to say it like that, but this how you was raised.
So, okay, so answer the question. If you saw your dad, if your mom and
I
dad were
just
still
answered the
together,
question.
and you saw,
I just answered the question.
I ain't get a yes or no. If you saw your dad cheating on your mom, would you tell your mom?
That's not my business.
Huh?
My business.
That's not
It's
my
not your business.
No.
How do you address your mom
How
with
you gonna
that?
exactly? How you gonna step to your mom with that?
I'm
Mom,
asking.
I seen your
I'm
pop
asking.
cheating.
I mean, personally, that's the toughest question I've ever been asked. But
Now,
what I would do,
You could have another side of that question too, because what if
It's the other
your
way
mom
around.
has also been getting warning signs from her friends or
But-
from her loved ones, and she been shunning them people away?
okay, well,
Would
let
you
me.
step to her then?
You the child.
Let me answer your
You the
question.
child.
Let me
Like,
let me answer your question.
She's shunning them,
then.
like, but everybody that's coming to her about this, she's shunning away.
She ain't gonna. If her child say it, it's like, damn. You know what I'm saying?
What if her
I
mother
saw
said
it.
that she was
Okay,
she
well,
shunning her mother
all
away?
right, let me answer the question first. What I would do personally is, let me answer the question first. I would go to my pops and I would say, listen, come on, man, what you doing?
But hold on,
Then
you're
I
a
would
child.
like,
How you
a
going?
kid,
You're a
you
child.
I said right
You gonna
now.
do your-
I said
I'm saying,
right
but if
now.
you ask as a
Somebody
child.
as a child.
I'm thinking, okay,
If
I'm
you're
thinking,
talking about
I'm
the
thinking,
child,
Bro, you
yeah,
talking about
like right
okay.
now.
Right now?
Oh, see, you come on, man. My parents ain't even together.
I
What
said
they gotta do
it
that?
still can be hypothetical.
No, I still wouldn't say
kinda
that.
You still wouldn't say that? Like right now, I would go to my pops as a man and say, listen, I'm like.
I'll probably talk to him.
I'm gonna
like,
talk to
what's
him,
going
and
on.
I'm gonna say, "Listen, I want you to get tested before you go back. Before you go
Yeah,
back home, to my
yeah.
mama. You're not finna.
You gonna tell your boy?
Yeah, it's goddamn right. You're not
I
finna.
feel
You're
you.
not finna
Take
go
my
on. You're not
mama.
finna go on to
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
AIDS,
yeah,
and you know what I'm saying? Like that's
yeah.
happened. That happened. I heard about that
That's a
happening.
tough situation.
It
I
is,
hope
but
I never get put in that situation.
I'm just saying, like, I would go to my pop and say, like, that's fucked up what you're doing, and you're gonna be out in the public with it at that.
Out in
And
public. Oh,
if I
man.
see you, you gotta be out in
Yeah,
public.
Publix? Oh,
No,
man.
not Publix, but I say out in public.
Shit, bullshit.
And you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta get tested before you do that. And I don't want to see this shit again. You know what I'm saying?
I feel
Like,
you.
as a man, I don't want to see this shit. Like, what the fuck? So, before you touch my mama, get tested. You know what I'm
Alright, so
saying?
basically what you're saying is if you see something, say something.
At least
Sound like
to your
Neighborhood
daddy.
Watch.
At least to your
I
pop.
might have seen that somewhere.
At least to your pop, say something to him. As a don't just sit
Alright,
there
well,
like
let me ask
that.
you this. What is the other way around?
If you say your mama cheating on your daddy,
Yeah.
same thing.
Really?
Yeah, same thing.
You gonna tell old girl get tested?
You don't really know what's going on in their
I don't know,
relationship.
because I feel like talking to your parents about stuff like that, that's
Um,
not really your realm
I'm very
of
open with my
discussion.
parents.
Yeah.
All right, but
Yes, like
That's-
we get to the
that's-
nitty gritty.
that's
That's a good
different.
thing.
Yeah,
I would
we all
close
comfortable.
off.
Yeah, I
I wouldn't
would,
have
yeah.
conversations like that.
We all
No,
comfortable.
ain't
Like,
nothing.
we comfortable.
You say the wrong
Oh,
thing.
no,
You trying
man.
to find your teeth. But
Yeah, no.
I just feel like that's
They talk to me about their
that's a
sex life. I
different-
talk to them about my sex life. Like, yeah, that's how comfortable we are.
No.
Yeah, that's different.
That's
I mean,
different.
That's way comfy.
Yeah, I mean,
That's the thing, though, bro.
Since I was a child, that's how comfortable we were with
thing.
each other. And I think as I
I'm
got
seeing more of that.
as I
The dude
became
on
an
the
adult.
video with the dreads, I don't know who he is, but he be talking about that, opening up with your kids, and he be walking around his kids naked.
No,
I'm telling you what he said.
Ain't no shit like that. No.
So I'm gonna find the video and I'm gonna send it to y'all. So y'all can see what I'm talking about. It's a slim dude, dreads, black dude. I don't know his name. I've never had a name, but I seen a couple of videos of him discussing different things, and that's one of the videos.
Not Justin with just.
I don't know.
Just
No, it's the dude. Justin Tom. No.
I don't know. I'll Google him.
Just in a minute.
I'll Google him and he pop up. I'll let you know. But he was talking about just being more open with your kids in that manner.
I ain't saying
some of the things, bro. He was getting real. Like like I said, I'm gonna send you a video so you can see yourself. He was getting real graphic with it, but some of the things I can kind of agree with to an extent.
Of course. You know what? Hey, whenever you hear Greene say to an extent, same thing, man. Greene say that shit more than 10 times, we'll see you $10.
No. Corey C gonna send me $10.
Fucking Corey C is seeing $10, man.
But I agree with him to a certain aspect of what he was saying. But beyond that, like he was
not him, right?
No.
Okay.
So as
this
far
dude
as
look like he's standing somewhere like in the bush somewhere, getting to your blood.
so did I answer y'all question as far as with Johnny B?
Yeah.
Before we get out of here, Greene, you say you had a story about Johnny B, or you want to hold that for next time?
We'll save it for the next time. Add something to it. You want me to get it off?
Yeah, get it, read it off.
Hey, we got time. You got a little bit of time.
Run it off. I know the people want to hear about Johnny. Put it like this: Johnny B is like the fourth member of the crew that ain't here, but he gonna be here one of these days. So we want y'all to know a little bit about Johnny B.
So me, my boy Irv, Johnny B, man, we go out one night after work. We hit a little party up. So the party live, man. The party going down. So we slide off to the liquor store. We finna get a bottle.
I know what you talking about.
So we go grab the bottle at the liquor store. So we come back to the parties. We got cups. We got the bottle. We chilling. I'm talking about we grab little young queens in the party, young kings in the party. Everybody enjoying themselves.
It's a long time ago though.
It's a while ago. Yeah, this is a long time ago.
It's a long time.
So,
This shit probably happened yesterday.
No, this shit
It's
like
a long time ago.
it was like Depot days type shit. But anyway, so we get back to the party. We cup up. You feel me? Everybody got their cup. So I'm sipping it slow because I know we on that Paul, and I know that Paul ain't no joke at all.
Paul Masson.
So I'm sipping slow. I know what time it is. Boy Earl know what time it is. He's sipping slow. He's sipping slow as well. Johnny B say he gangster with it, so he down in them, bruh. So I'm on my first cup. Johnny B on his second cup. I'm on my first cup. Johnny B on his third cup. I'm on my first cup halfway done. Johnny B on his fifth cup. I'm talking about he went down 5 cups of Paul. Okay, so it's like 30 minutes later, me and Irv in the party, we scoping everything, we chilling, we vibing, whatever the case may be. So I tell Irv, because I'm looking around the party, because I ain't seen Johnny B in like 30 minutes now. So I'm like, bruh, you seen Johnny? And Irv like, damn, nigga, now that you say something. No, I ain't seen bro in a minute. So now we a little worried because, you know, Johnny B done had 5 cups of Paul. He on it right now. Like, I hope he ain't dead somewhere. It's my only thought. So then we go to marching through the party looking for him. We don't find him nowhere in the party. So he drove to the party, mind you. He brought us there. So he our ride. So I'm like, bro, I know this dude ain't leave us here, bro. We ain't got no way to get home. So my first thing, I go to the parking lot, bro. Like, if this dude gone, bro, he gonna have to see me tomorrow, bro. I'm telling you. Man, I go to the parking lot, look outside, the car still there. So I'm like, nah, the car still here.
I don't wait by the car.
Go to the car, look inside, man. Johnny B in the back seat, knocked out, bro.
All in them hogs.
I wake this dude up. I'm like, bro, you gotta take us home. What are you doing? Like, man, I'm gonna be straight. Check this dude. What you gonna do? Johnny B said, "That's what you gonna do. You get in the car. You drive Irv home. You drive yourself home. By the time we get to your house, I'm gonna be good to go home." So that's what I did. I drove myself home. I drove Irv home. I drove myself home. I woke Johnny B up. Johnny B looked at me. He said, "Boy, I'm good right now, y'all." I say, bro, call me when you get to the house. Johnny B hit me up by 25 minutes later. I'm finna get in the bed. Oh, that's all. I'm good.
I mean, at least he made it home.
That's all that mattered to me.
She
You
made
got
it
to the
home.
crib, man. But
Moral of the story: know your limits.
I
no
mean,
more of the story is know what you drinking before you start drinking. You don't mess with everything. Like Brown to put you down, boy. For real.
man, only one correction to that story. I had juice.
You was on that ball too. Don't tell
I was
that.
not on
In
no
my head, I'm
You
like
on
the
that ball.
vegan.
No, I
In my
was
head,
no, this is long.
This is long.
He was a
time
vegetarian
ago.
by
Long
then,
time
ain't
ago.
he?
This is a long time ago. Probably, I probably was
Yeah,
vegetarian.
he was still
I was
vegetarian.
vegetarian, but nah, I had Parmesan. Did I?
Bro, that's why we went and got the bottle. I wasn't gonna get the bottle. It was just me and Johnny B drinking. I already know what he was gonna do.
I probably had that one
Yeah,
glass.
like,
Yeah, I had that one.
bro, I'm telling you, we was on our first cup. He was on his second cup. We was on
Yeah.
our first cup. He was on his third.
Yeah, he was running.
We was on our first
He was
cup.
running.
The boy was on his fifth cup.
Yeah, he was running through it.
And the next thing I know, the boy was slumping the back.
Yeah, I remember. As soon as you started, I already knew what time that story was.
Shout out to my boy Johnny B though, man. Nothing but love, man.
Yeah, we gonna, like I said, we gonna try to get Johnny B on the show on the podcast because that boy he got stories for days. But yeah, we wrapping it up. We gonna let you know what we got going on next week. Next week we listen. Each week we trying to get better and better. I don't know if you noticed. Hopefully you like it. We getting better and better each week. Next week we already know what we have a few topics that we want to talk about. Next week we got Dr. Sebi and Nipsey Hussle, and how do we continue their legacy?
R.I.P.
All right. That's just a snippet of what we got going on next week. We got more coming, but we got more. We going to plug our social media real quick. We got Channel Black on Facebook. Check us out on Channel Black. We want to hear y'all communicating. We don't want to just be talking to y'all, and we want to know that y'all listening. The way we know y'all listening is if y'all communicate to us on our social media via Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or email or even comment on the YouTube page, so we know that y'all actually listening to us. We see the views. We definitely want to make sure we leave some open-ended stuff so that way we get that feedback. Like I say, check us out on Facebook, Channel Black, Instagram, the Channel Black Podcast, Twitter, at channel_podcast, and our email is thechannelblackpodcast@yahoo.com. What else did we have? Is that it, gents?
Twitter, where y'all at?
Twitter, listen, I ain't gonna tell you who manning the Twitter, but he doing a decent job, man. Y'all need to check out the Twitter, man. I'm not even on Twitter like that, but because of the person that's doing it, there's some good stuff on there. I was gonna say the DOPE word, but I ain't gonna say it this time because I might have been 10 times, and I don't want Corey to have to pay nobody. But
Good looking on.
Still waiting for my French associate.
we still waiting on our money. I mean our food.
I get paid on 34th. So
Okay,
we'll take
34.
y'all-
Damn.
Oh, also,
Take y'all boys
I hope y'all heard us a little clearer this time. We had a couple difficulties the last few weeks. Technical difficulties, but we figuring it out as y'all. Hopefully y'all notice. Yeah. If anything, we want to hear some topics y'all got for us. And my favorite thing to say: tell a friend that the Channel Black Podcast is out. Listen, share, and subscribe. All right.
We out, yo.